Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this new Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. I am Clady, and I'm going to be your host for the next 2 weeks. I see so many friendly faces and names in the chat. Valdir, hello. You were guessing what color I was wearing? Well, I'm in full black. So I guess that Valdir was right. And team, yeah, you guys know me. You guys know me already. So welcome everyone. We're gonna be here for 2 weeks. I Chad, I Noor. It's so nice to finally be able to say hello to you instead of just like typing every day. Good morning. So we're gonna be here every day for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna be with you until September 27, every morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. And we're gonna go and create some amazing Photoshop artworks that will allow you to learn new techniques, sharpen your skills, and meet and connect with a great community of designer, photographer, artists, all the people here in the chat. But we'll go through their community chat in a second as well. So the challenges that are prepared and I'm gonna share with you guys are super friendly for whoever is starting to use Photoshop. So beginner friendly, but also very inspiring to start new projects for your portfolio. For those of you who are already experienced users, I see a lot of names here. Lucia, hello, Filippa. And Axel, I know I've seen a lot of works already from you guys on Behance and on our community chat. So I'm sure I look forward to see what twist you guys are going to put on these new challenges. For those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Clady and I'm an Italian designer. I'm probably the living proof that you don't need necessary to study design in order to be a designer. I have a very diverse background. I used to work in PR. I used to work as an assistant delegate, so in diplomacy, and I also used to be a graffiti writer. So I have a very diverse background, but currently I run a design studio called Print My Soul in Manchester, where I'm based, Manchester, UK, although I commute here to the States very often. In fact, today I am in San Francisco, beautiful, gorgeous San Francisco, California. Let me know where you guys are chatting from and what's the weather like, because here today is actually not that different from Manchester. It's quite cold and rainy, so it will be nice to see where you guys are from and what's the weather like. So before we start and talk a little bit more about the challenges and Photoshop, I just wanted to show you how you can join the challenge. So if it's the first time that you're joining a Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, I will suggest you to go on behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. And this is the landing page that you will see. All you have to do is click on this big blue button and take the challenge. This will allow you to receive news about Photoshop. So you're gonna have an email with a new topic, but also you'll be able to access all this content, which will be unveiled day by day. So you're gonna have a title and a theme per each challenge. And also you'll be able to download all the different files that I provided for you, which will be either some stock images or some started files that I prepared. For the Adobe stock images, I've created some libraries. So if you don't have the latest version of Photoshop, you can download a trial here, get Adobe Photoshop, and you can start getting your hands dirty and create some artwork with me during these 2 weeks. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we got people from everywhere. New York, Bangladesh, Camano Island, and we're raining in the UK. Hi, Christy. Yes, that doesn't surprise me. But it is raining here in San Francisco, so we're all under the same weather. Canada, Suffolk, where else? Miami. Oh, wow. Tom, let us know what's the weather in Miami, please. I'm sure we're going to be jealous. So, hi, Sam. Nice to see you from here. So another important thing that you want to check out is the community chat. You can access from this button next to the Get Adobe Photoshop, or even at the very top. As you can see here in steps 2, where it says join the community, there is this little blue link which will allow you to access Discord. Now, I have already an app, so that's the another beautiful thing about Discord. Discord is a client, is a chat client app. You can also download it on your desktop or on your mobile. Sometimes when I review your work, I'm actually doing it from my mobile when I'm on my train the way back from work. So I'm gonna show you the way that it looks like as an app. Discord is an amazing place to be, and I really encourage you guys to join the community. As you can see, we have Mentor, you have myself, Sam, Heats, and Team, which are always there to give you feedback and to help you. But also what you really have to keep an eye on are those different channels here. You have main tabs. You have the community information, so you get information about each different challenge, a general welcome by Gus, which gives you the main information about the Discord app, and also how to use it and how to use the different challenge. And then here is very important that you submit your work for many different reasons. First of all, this is a super, super safe space. Hi, Hannah. How are you doing? Nice to see everyone here. Lovely to see you. Kita, Arsenio. Sorry, I just get distracted by the chat. It's nice to see everyone saying hello. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So yeah, as I was saying, it's very important for you to join Discord for many reasons. First of all, Adobe Lives are and the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenges are a safe space to learn. So don't be afraid. It doesn't matter. You just have to share your work and you will get tips to get it better. And also, there are some people that maybe cannot join it because they're too busy to work. So the feedback that will be given to your work might help other people as well. And also, I mean, I join the challenges myself, and I learn a lot also from you guys. So make sure to check all these different challenges. And of course, there is a chat so you can introduce yourself, say hi. I'm actually gonna go and say hi, everyone here. So here we go, super simple. You just chat it out and hopefully guys, I'll see your work there. Just to introduce you a little bit and give you a taste of what our challenge are gonna be like, I've decided to put together, and you're gonna see here on the behance.net/challenge/Photoshop, you're gonna see every day a different title and different topic, but I'm gonna give you a little taste. It's gonna be a very colorful, arty 2 weeks. I'm gonna help you to create very bold graphics. I strongly believe that you should put in your portfolio stuff that is really representative of your style. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen very often that you can create some really cool art. So why not to use this space and why not to use the challenge in order to have some fun and create some nice portfolio pieces. Remember, I always advise to, do quality over quantity on your portfolio. We're gonna go through Behance. We're gonna talk about how to create a project on Behance during this week, and we're gonna add every one of the challenge that we're gonna be creating. Make sure that you add and keep only the things that you like, because if you put something there that doesn't really represent you, that you don't want to work on, well, chances are that that's where you're gonna be commissioned working on. So quality over quantity. Make work that represent you and do you want to be doing in the future. Let me see what the chat is saying. Everyone is saying hello. Naman. Anna, thank you so much. I've actually done this. I'm actually experimenting with my hair a little bit. And I've just realized that I've got a bit of green in my hair. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it usually picks it up from our green screen. It looks like it doesn't at the moment. So even better. And Michaela, hello. It's nice to see you guys. It's Cindy. Hi, nice to see you. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun and create some very bold graphic. But I just want to set up Photoshop together before we start with the challenges. Remember, today is just an intro. Please, if you have any question, put it in the chat. Me or Sam or Tim will be able to reply to you live. Otherwise, Discord is there. Again, when you go on the behance.net/challenge/Photoshop, on step 2, you click on the community chat, and simple and easy, you will be transported in this amazing community that is Discord. So ask question and share. Before we move further, I really wanted to set up, we got about 15 minutes. So let's set up Photoshop together. So I really wanted to teach you how to create a bespoke workspace. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be using, what my settings usually are. So when are we gonna work together during these days, you guys are gonna be, if you want and if you find it useful, on the same page and having the same workspace exactly like mine. Or you can create your own. That's totally up to you. So let's jump on it. I have Photoshop already open here. This is the Learn landing page when you open Photoshop for the first time. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Create New to open a new file. It doesn't really matter. We're not gonna talk about document sizes right now. Oh, look at that. My braid is actually picking up a bit of the photo. That's super fun. So I'm gonna click on photo here where we have already some presets. So Photoshop already has a lot of different presets that you can download. They are free. As you can see, I've already downloaded a few of those. I think this one is from Jesus Ramirez, which was your host in the past 2 weeks. I'm sure you guys are familiar with him. But at the moment, I'm just going to start with the default Photoshop size. Again, it doesn't really matter. We just need to open a document in order to have a look at the workspace. So this is the essential workspace. If it doesn't look like that, click on this little button here. Let's see if I can zoom it in, where it says create a workspace. And you can click on essentials. And still, if it doesn't look like that, I recommend to click on reset on essential again. So everyone should be on the same page right now. So let's see. We don't really need the learn because we're going to be learning together. If you guys want to keep it. Again, I'm just going to show you what my setup is in order to be efficient and make the most out of my screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and click and close the learning panel. I want to be keeping the libraries, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to in order to move the panel, I'm just gonna click on the libraries tab and I'm just gonna consolidate it and drag it in order to make the 2 column in 1 column. As you see, we already have a lot of space over here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna drag up these properties as well. And the adjustment, I'm gonna get rid of it for now. So I'm just gonna, again, click on the menu and press close in order to hide it. If you ever close by mistake a panel and you want it back, don't worry. You can either reset essential with the same button that we have clicked before up here on the top right of your screen, or you can go on window and go back and find any other panel. Also, Photoshop is super cool. It has this search button here. Let me zoom in. And this is actually very, very useful. I still use it now, even if I've been using Photoshop for many years. So basically, when you click on the search bar, you can click on any tool. For example, I'm gonna go and spot healing brush tool. And when you actually click on the tool that you need, it goes and select it automatically and it shows where it's located as well. So if you ever miss any tool or anything, make sure that you hit the search button. That's gonna be your best friend in order to discover all the different tools and their location inside the workspace. But let's go ahead and finish off this workspace the way that we're gonna be using it. So we have the history here, the history panel, which is collapsed. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it back in this other column. And then I'm gonna make this a little bit larger by clicking and dragging to the left. When you have this double arrow here, I'm just gonna click and drag in order to make sure that I can read the name of my layers and everything is nice and neat. The layer panel is already quite up. If you have it down, I strongly recommend to bring it at least at mid of your screen so you can have multiple layers and make sure that you have all of them together. Yeah, Chad, the search in-app is absolutely amazing. It's a lifesaver. Like, it points at labels and shows you, and it shows you where all the tools are. Is a huge time saver for me as well, because Photoshop is amazing. You can do so many things in so many different ways, and I mean, I don't remember all the tools or where they are. If you guys do, that's amazing. But thankfully, for everyone who's like me and doesn't remember, we have the amazing in-app search tool that's going to be there to help us. So at the moment, I'm quite happy with the way that my workspace looks like. if I really want to have to be picky, I will probably put the libraries first, and then again, click and drag on the tab to move it in the order. I like to have property, libraries, and then colors, and then history. So that's the way in which I usually work, and the way that I'm going to be working during these 2 weeks together. Once you're happy with the way that you're set up your workspace, you can actually save it. So you don't have to do it again. And I'm going to go ahead and click here on this button that we've seen before, just right up here. And I'm gonna go on click new workspace. I'm gonna give it a name. I'm gonna call it DCC for Daily Creative Challenge, because that's where I'm gonna be using it for these next 2 weeks, and click on save. And look what happened now. When you go and select your workspace, you actually have saved your new workspace. And if by mistake you actually close, I don't know, let's say it's the layer panel, or you move stuff around because for whatever reason you're working and you need to have a panel closer, then you can just go back and reset your DCC and everything is back in place. So I hope this is gonna be helpful for you guys. Again, this is just the way that I like to work, but everyone can set their own workspace in whichever way they feel more comfortable. It's also worth to say that Photoshop has already some amazing presets, which are some essential tool depending on what sort of project you're working on, and they're labeled accordingly. So if you're working on graphics and web, you're gonna have the graphic and web workspace, photography, painting, motion, 3D, everything is here. So I think this is very, very useful. I like to keep my own just because I use multiple layers, so I wanna make sure that I have enough space. The Adobe stock library is something that I use very, very often. So I think that's very, very neat, a very neat way to work. But again, up to you. You can save it, you can reset it, you can create multiple one. And here we go. Someone is asking if there's gonna be any Adobe Illustrator Creative Challenge. I have no idea. Probably Sam is the best person to ask. I know they were gonna be working in Photoshop for the next 2 weeks, although after me, there are different guests that are gonna be using all the different apps. So I'm sure that you're gonna learn about Illustrator before. I don't know if you guys have seen my live before. If you didn't, you can go on my website, which is iamclady.com. I'm gonna show you over here. So on my website, you can actually see the previous video by clicking on video. You can actually see all the previous Adobe Live, and there is a lot of Illustrator there. So if you wanna learn how to use Illustrator to create a logo, we've been doing a lot of branding in the past sessions. Feel free to check them out. They're also on YouTube. If you put Adobe Live on YouTube or the Creative Cloud, Adobe Creative Cloud channel, you're gonna see all different sort of tutorial from the Adobe Live. During my stream, I mention a lot of templates and mockups and files that I give out for free. Don't worry, those are still available on my Behance page, but also still on my website here. If you hit the resource, here on the menu, you'll be able to download all these free templates that I make available. Everything is for free, and they are linked to the previous Adobe Live. So you're not missing out. You can still watch the replay, and you can still download your templates. And if you put your email here in the resources, you can subscribe to receive the monthly resources as well. So those are the previous video for, I don't remember your name, you were asking about Illustrator, but there is a lot of Illustrator going on also on the Adobe Live. But in these next 2 weeks with me, we're gonna sharpen Photoshop skills, and we're gonna create some very awesome portfolio pieces. Again, they're gonna be very colorful. If you guys don't know my style, it's worth to have a look at printmysoul.com, which is the website from my business. I like to create very, very colorful artwork. Let's have a look at it together. Again, my background is also in graffiti, so you're gonna see some illustration and some walls done and some other projects. So feel free to browse. I hope you find some inspiration here, and I hope it's gonna be useful. Talking about some fun stuff, we have about 5 minutes left, and I can actually show you something really fun that you can do with Photoshop. So usually when we're talking about my workspace, there is something fun in my workspace that is not here at the moment, and I'm sure that some other host has shared that before, but since we have a few minutes left, let me show you. I don't know if you are aware about the banana in Photoshop, that it's usually present in my workspace, so let's make it myself at home in this workspace. In order to access this fun feature of Photoshop, all you gotta do is to click on the three dots here, as you can see on the left. And once you hold it and click on Edit toolbar, all you gotta do is press Shift and then Done, and look what happened. We got our little banana here in Photoshop. That's super fun. That's a really fun trick that you can do if you're working with your colleagues or with your friends at school. You can just hack their Photoshop and put a little banana there. So when they come back from their break, they can find a little banana there. Don't worry, you can go back. You don't have to have the banana forever. For whatever reason you don't want it there. All you gotta do again is to click and hold and go on Edit toolbar, and in that case you're going to be pressing Option and then click on Done, and here we go, the banana is gone, but I really like it, so I'm actually gonna put it on and leave it there. So again, click on the three dots, Edit tool, hold Shift and click on Done, and we got our banana back. Gotta have the banana, yeah, exactly, Sam. Just in case we get hungry while we work. Easter banana egg, yeah. There are many different Easter eggs in Photoshop. If we're gonna have more time, I'm gonna show you some other one during these 2 weeks. I'm glad you guys like it. There is no question so far. How do you know if you joined the challenge? So again, I'm gonna go back in the link. In order to make sure that you join the challenge, you receive the notification and you access the file. I'm gonna show you the link once more. You have to go on behance.net/challenge/Photoshop and make sure that you hit this big blue button where it says take the challenge. Again, you have to log in with your Behance or Creative Cloud logins. So make sure that you're logged in order to participate to the chat during the live and to take the challenge. And you're gonna receive an email. I believe you receive an email that confirms that you're in the challenge, and then every morning you're gonna have some new notification with the challenge, and you're gonna see down here day by day the different topic unveiled, the different file, the Adobe stock images. We're gonna create some collages. We're gonna create a lot of psychedelic work. And I think that I'm on theme with what's coming next, because I had a look at what's coming next on today, Adobe Live, and it looks like you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. There is a lot of nice Adobe Live streamer coming up. So let's see if there is any other question. Oh, Chad, yes, there is the coffee and the toast also. We're gonna look at them in the preference panel during these days. There is a lot of fun Easter eggs. It looks like Photoshop developers are a bit hungry and they need a bit of coffee and toast and banana, a nice breakfast meal. I can get a banana, just goes to frame tool. So let's see, yeah, once you go to the frame tool here, make sure that you edit toolbar and you hold Shift and you click on Done. So you don't really have to click anything. You just have to press Shift and then Done. And the banana should appear there. It doesn't do anything, Naman. It's just there for us to have a laugh with your friend. It's just there to have fun. And let's see. Believe in the banana. Yes. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with all the comment in the chat. I'm glad you guys like it. But it doesn't really do anything. It's just for fun. It's just to have a laugh. And if you're hungry, you can dream of a banana there on your workspace. So it looks like we're pretty much done for today. Make sure that you join the community. Again, Discord. And make sure that you submit your work and ask questions. We're gonna be there to help you. This is the link in order to access the community. You can also find it on the main challenge page, but make sure that you go up there, register, so you'll be able to interact with the global community. As you guys seen, you guys are from everywhere. Like, that's so exciting. It's very exciting to meet people from everywhere. But that's it for today. I look forward to see you guys tomorrow for challenge number 1. I believe there is Savannah coming next. We got our schedule for today on Adobe Live. So of course we did our creative challenge intro, and then we're gonna have digital imaging with Savannah. I think she's gonna do a lot of psychedelic cool work. And then we have Andrea with the XD creative challenge, and then Mick, I believe. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but there is going to be another Adobe Live with XD design system. Sounds like a very exciting day, guys. I hope to see you tomorrow. Stay tuned on the chat and stay tuned for Savannah and for your digital imaging session today.